Hey everyone, welcome back to Sinister Sips Investigates. I'm Americus, and today we're diving into one of the most infamous pirates in history, but not the watered down Disney version. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and take the like button on a voyage through pirate infested waters because today we're talking about Edward Teach, better known as Blackbeard, and specifically the brutal reality behind the legend. And since I'm from North Carolina, this story feels closer to home because many of the places connected to Blackbeard are right here along our coast. And I've been to the Outer Banks, done some of the cool shit. We'll look at who he really was, why he became so feared, and how his life ended in one of history's bloodiest pirate battles, and whether treasure worth millions might still be hidden somewhere in North Carolina. So grab your coffee or spooky drink and let's investigate. Edward Teach, or Thatch, it could have been pronounced Thatch too, depending on historical records, was born around 1680 in England. Nobody really knows much about his childhood. Historians believe he served as a privateer during Queen Anne's War before turning to piracy around 1716. And privateers were basically just legalized pirates. So they were just pirates who were legal, basically. Governments gave them permission to attack enemy ships during wartime, but once the war ended, many of those sailors discovered piracy paid a whole lot better. Sounds about right. You know, why would you go to the lesser paying job? Blackbeard quickly rose through the ranks after joining pirate Benjamin Hornigold. Eventually, he captured a French slave ship called La Concorde and transformed it into one of the most feared ships ever to sail the Atlantic. He renamed it the Queen Anne's Revenge. One thing schools rarely explain is that Blackbeard didn't become famous because he killed everyone. He became famous because people were too terrified to fight him. Before boarding another ship, he would weave slow burning fuses into his enormous black beard. As smoke poured around his face, he almost looked supernatural. Imagine standing there on deck of your merchant ship, seeing a 6 foot plus pirate walking towards you through clouds of smoke, covered in pistols, carrying swords, looking like the devil himself. Many crews surrendered before a single shot was fired. Psychological warfare was basically what was happening. This was psychological warfare. He was trying to psych out the enemy. This was centuries before anyone ever truly used that phrase. North Carolina's coastline was perfect for pirates. The Outer Banks are full of shallow waters, hidden inlets, sandbars, and dangerous channels. Large Navy ships struggled to chase pirates here. Blackbeard frequently anchored around Ocracoke Island. He even spent time living in Bath, North Carolina, which is one of the colony's earliest towns. Many historians believed officials either ignored his crimes or accepted gifts in exchange for looking the other way. Basically, corruption helped pirates survive. Here's where, oh my god, okay. Here's where Hollywood, though, gets things wrong. Blackbeard, he definitely committed crimes. He stole ships, held people hostage, threatened violence constantly, but surprisingly, there isn't much historical evidence that he regularly murdered prisoners. His reputation alone accomplished what he wanted. That doesn't make him a good person, it simply means fear was often more useful than bloodshed. Pirates knew dead sailors couldn't tell others how terrifying they were. Living witnesses created legends. Everything changed in November of 1718. Virginia Governor Alexander Spotswood secretly ordered Lieutenant Robert Maynard of the Royal Navy to hunt Blackbeard down. What? Jesus Christ. Everyone ignore Manager Shelby over there making Lieutenant jokes. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream, Lieutenant Dan. Even though Blackbeard, so the Royal Navy was trying to hunt down Blackbeard, even though he technically was hiding in North Carolina. So this was still the British Royal Navy. Early one morning, Maynard's ship entered Ocracoke Inlet. Blackbeard attacked, cannons exploded, smoke filled the air. The fight quickly turned into hand to hand combat. Maynard himself had hidden many of his sailors below deck, making Blackbeard believe victory was easy. As the pirates boarded, the hidden soldiers burst upward. The deck became absolute chaos. The battle was unbelievably violent. Historical accounts say Blackbeard was shot 5 times and cut with more than 20 sword wounds, yet he kept fighting. Eventually, he collapsed. His head was cut off and hung from Maynard's ship. Why? Because pirate hunters wanted proof they had killed the world's most feared pirate. According to legend, after his body was thrown into the water, it swam around the ship 3 times before sinking. Obviously, there's no scientific evidence that this happened, but stories like that help transform Blackbeard from a criminal into a ghost story. To this day, people visiting Ocracoke still tell stories. Some claim they've seen ghostly lights they're floating over the water. Others say Blackbeard's spirit still searches for his missing head. Locals sometimes refer to mysterious glowing lights as Blackbeard's lantern. Could it simply be marsh gas, boats, or reflections? Maybe. Or maybe every legend starts with something people couldn't explain. Y'all, my words are not here today. Here's everyone's favorite question. Did Blackbeard bury treasure? Maybe, maybe not. Movies make it seem like every pirate buried giant treasure chests. I got a jar of dirt, and guess what's inside it? Yes. You can laugh, Shelby, but you knew there would be a Jack Sparrow reference somewhere in this episode. Reality is different. Pirates usually spent stolen wealth almost immediately. Food, rum. Why is the rum always gone? Weapons, repairs. However, many people still believe treasures remain hidden somewhere around the Outer Banks. So just like if you're playing Assassin's Creed Black Flag and you have to use your money, oh Jesus me. And you have to have money to repair and make your ship better. Pirates had to do the same thing too, okay? There's one thing I will always give the Assassin's Creed franchise. They try their best to make things historically accurate to the best they can because it is historical fiction games. Hundreds have searched for the treasure, but no one has ever found a confirmed buried fortune belonging to Blackbeard. But his flagship, Queen Anne's Revenge, was discovered underwater near Beaufort, North Carolina in 1996. Archaeologists have recovered thousands of artifacts, including cannons, not canyons. Oh my god, I can't read. Cannons, medical tools, anchors, gold dust, pewter dishes, and navigational equipment. Every discovery helps historians piece together what pirate life was actually like. Pirates didn't usually say "arg." Most never buried treasure. Walking the plank was actually uncommon. Life aboard pirate ships was dirty, dangerous, disease-filled, and usually short. Many pirates died before they reached 40 years old. Seems pretty common for that era, not even on a pirate ship. That just seems normal. The romantic pirate image came much later through books and movies. Reality was much darker. So, no, there wasn't a Jack Sparrow who, with his back hair and sea turtles made it off an island. Sorry, Captain Jack Sparrow. My bad, Johnny Depp. I will correct myself. One reason I love this story is because North Carolina is full of pirate history. If you visit Beaufort, you'll find museums displaying artifacts from Queen Anne's Revenge. Drive through the Outer Banks and you'll hear stories passed down through generations. Some families claim treasure still lies buried nearby. Others insist Blackbeard's ghost protects it. Whether those stories are true or not, they've become part of North Carolina's identity, and that truly is how it is here on the coast and even further in. I mean, it's like, is it Statesville? There's somewhere close inland from where we are where there's pirate graves. Pirate history really is shown in North Carolina, and even in smaller towns of Southport, their museums and stuff have pirate displays because pirates were known to be there. Pirates are cool. Okay. There's not, I mean, between Disney's franchise Pirates of the Caribbean and people just having a general love for the beach and Assassin's Creed Black Flag and all of that, it really has helped generations like my generation have a really close tie to pirates. What? Old? I am not old, Shelby. I'm 25. I'm not old. I know. Blackbeard wasn't a supernatural monster. He wasn't the charming pirate Hollywood created either. He was a calculated criminal who mastered fear better than almost anyone in history. His life lasted only around 40 years, yet more than 3 centuries later, people are still fascinated by his story. Maybe that's because the line between history and legend has never been completely clear. If you enjoyed today's investigation, don't forget to follow Sinister Sips Investigates for more stories about true crime, haunted history, Appalachian legends, and the mysteries hiding closer to home than most people realize. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, not every ghost story starts with a ghost.